Hi everyone, it's Maura with Maura4u, and today I am reporting on something called MySpace and Your Space. Now many of you may be familiar with what was very popular on the internet a couple of years ago known as MySpace, where young people generally would come up with an area in virtual reality and they would decorate it and they would define it exactly according to their own likes and their own personalities. Well, today I want to broaden on that a little bit because it's important for everyone to have their own space. And whether or not you've realized this, we live in a society today where our space, whether it's regular space but mostly mental space, is constantly being impinged upon and suppressed. And we really need to carve out our own space. Let me just give you a little bit about how I've used this concept in my own life, and then I'll relate it back to yours. Do you know when I was just a little girl, I was always creating my own spaces. I can remember going on long car drives with the family, or at least what seemed like long car drives, and I would sit in the back seat and I would lean my head right against the car door, and there would always be this little vibration, and I could remember I would put myself into my own area, I would close my ears, and I was alone with my own thoughts. As an adult, I did it more and more. When I was in corporate America a number of years ago, there were so many increasing demands that were coming down from the corporate office that I was working for, and there were always increasing expectations from the staff that would be reporting into me. So what I realized I needed to do was to get to the office early each morning, and I would create my own mental space. That meant no one else was there except for me. I could sit in my office, and then right after that I could go around to all of the cubicles and I could just think about the day that was coming. And what I was really doing was drawing upon the quietude and the peace within myself to think about good things to come for the day. I was really drawing on my own inspiration rather than being a responder to so much stimulus and pressure on the outside. So let's relate this back to you. Everyone needs a place of peace, especially today where everything is on fast forward. And everyone needs a quiet place from which they can even have ears to hear their own inspired thoughts, rather than always responding to so many things going on out in the world. You can create your MySpace out on the golf course. In many cases, I might go to my piano and that becomes my space. I could go out on a walk and that becomes my space. Any place that is comfortable, is familiar to you, and a place that you could lock into on your own becomes your space. And once you have that space, you know you've arrived when you've arrived at a place of peace and a place at rest. And there's one more element to it. It's when suddenly your mind and your thought life locks into one thing, and it's good. No matter where you look, no matter what you're thinking about, every thought in that place is only for good. I can assure you, if you can find and locate and make time for your own MySpace, that you will find your own inspiration coming right out of it, and you will be able to draw so much from that, whether it's for the rest of your life, if it's in business, if it's in family, if it's in relationships, because it's your place of peace. So today, from MySpace, I am wishing you your space. This is Maura with Maura4u. Take care and have a great space of your own. Bye-bye.